Newsletters is something that I think a lot of people just don't understand the scope of it. And what I'd like to do is really rein this in by realizing that this is any means that you use to communicate with your audience. So a lot of times today people look at it through like social media, having closed groups. You can actually have profiles that are both personal and professional. I work with a number of people that have, for example, a Facebook profile or an Instagram profile where it's actually them for family and friends, and another one that's actually more personal, or more professional, that they're using to actually do tips and tricks and share business type related things, or share information about their products and services. And both are fine. And if you chose to do them as a singular one, that's great. The closed groups, some people are familiar with Facebook, for example, where you can have a closed group and you invite in specific people that are perhaps business owner clients of yours, and you're sharing with them tips and tricks that are exclusive to them because of the working relationship you have with them. The other are basically in your Facebook feed or in your Instagram, you're offering tips and tricks or suggestions, and you're sharing posts that you may have run across or generating posts that you're doing yourself. Lots of people really benefit from videos, just like I'm doing here, something simple and easy that you can actually create and produce. Regularly posting these, a lot of people will actually find them helpful because rather than reading, they get to hear and see. And it's nice to have that persona and people can identify with it. The next happens to be simply the frequency of whether you're posting or videoing or whatever. It's usually about 2 or 3 times a week. Too often might be too much. Too less, they kind of forget about you and it's not enough. So 2 or 3 times a week seems to be sufficient. But the one thing I will share with you are just realize you don't have to come up with all the content. There's a lot of things out there that you can quote, reuse, repurpose. Just understand it's not like it all has to originate with you. They need to, as your followers, your audience, see you as kind of that wealth of all this information that you're sharing. And that's what they're looking for, is someone that can kind of compile it and deliver it to them in bite-sized chunks. So the next thing I'd like to share is whether you choose to do this with a website and blogs where you're writing articles and posting them regularly and sharing via a newsletter or via email, whether these are social media posts that you choose to do and build a relationship that way, whether it's a YouTube channel where you intend to actually film these videos or do a podcast. All of these are very appropriate. All of these are timely in today's world, and it's just whichever's more convenient for you. I can definitely share with you that podcasts, a lot of people share that they like in their running and travels on the road, that they listen to the podcasts, and this is a way that they actually connect with the people they're following. All of these are appropriate mediums. It's just basically remaining in their mind through TOMA, top of mind awareness. It's activities you're doing to stay relevant with them so that they can see you as the expert that you are. You use these mediums to engage with your audience, and as you collect and meet people, invite them in, you're going to find that you're going to retain that reputation as being the expert, and most importantly, you're going to find yourself with opportunities to, most importantly, sell them, introduce them to your services, and get them as new clients. So understand this. This is an excellent thing that you need to be doing. I typically suggest regarding social media 2 or 3 times a week, newsletters once a month, and your, like blogs or YouTube channels, podcasts once a month, you're totally fine. Keep that in mind and just realize this: counting success is universal. Take care, everybody.